Hey, I got a question from a Ultimate Fitness member here in Dyersburg. What do you think about Sarms? Everything about Sarms. Um, I don't know much about them. I started bodybuilding in 2002 when the pro hormone era was, and my first hormonal was at 23 and a half years old. It was MHON in October 2004. So I use over-the-counter hormonals for on and off 2 years. I did. It doesn't matter, but I always took breaks, a lot of times longer than I was on. And then in 2006, I dedicated myself to being natural by the IFPA rules, the OCB rules, whatever that organization is. And I competed in my first natural competition in 2009. But Sarms, they had a lot of research on them and a lot of money into them because they were proposed to be, if that's the word, a lot safer than like anabolic steroids. Remember, anabolic steroids were made illegal by Joe Biden, and the FDA didn't want to make them illegal. They had lots of uses, especially over in Europe, for women and children, and sarcopenia, muscle wasting. So anyways, SARMs are supposed to be better and legal and all this stuff. And they turned out to be basically anabolic steroids with negative effects that can happen if people are not intelligent with their use, or they have some kind of hereditary disease and can't use them and such like that, or they're just they're not intelligent enough to use them and they need guidance under somebody else. So they're comparing them to pro hormones in my day. Pro hormones were legal, and Patrick Arnold he brought them into the supplement industry, and they were there a while, and he brought a lot of compounds into the market, the supplement industry, and they worked. Nowadays, I don't recommend using any hormones. I know guys in the gym want to be, big as possible, but bigger is not always better. You want to work on your weaknesses first, because everybody says, be big, be big, be big. I'm like, I was born with a great back, and I don't put as much effort into that back training as other body parts. So you want to put effort into your weaknesses to catch them up. And yes, I do think that is possible to improve upon your weaknesses, and I'm living proof of it. So I don't recommend, unless you're doing a bodybuilding competition, or maybe you're making money from it or something like that, from something or another, to use hormones. Because I used them for 10 years, oral over-the-counter stuff that I bought over-the-counter legally. And I messed up my hormones. There's a lot to talk about. So basically, no less than 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks on hormones if you plan on going off of them, because it's been shown that you cannot, your body has a way more difficult time 8 to 10 weeks to 12 weeks recovering. So you will recover much faster if you're using oral SARMs or whatever you want to use, like 6 to 8 weeks, and then coming off. Even you can even do shorter. You can do 5 weeks. I've done 3 weeks before. So I don't recommend like messing with them or anything like that, because they're just anabolics and they're going to suppress you, and um, that is that is answering your SARM question. Thank you.